but hakuwa nisema. He was just a very good friend. This notion about dating your best friend.
I was always hesitant because ujui kaa utaambiwa ngoja, no. And that is when I was behind her with my proposal ring.
I felt so special.
The first tear I shed on that day.
Being my future husband there, and he was emotional, he cried.
Umeona mrembo.
She was beautiful.
She was beautiful.
Yeah.
The Kenya Broadcasting Corporation, KBC, has been named among the top 10 best parastatals in Kenya 2026 in a survey conducted by the Kenya Track Survey. This recognition celebrates state corporations that are transforming lives through effective service delivery, and KBC is proud to be among them. For decades, KBC has remained Kenya's trusted public broadcaster, delivering reliable, accurate, and trustworthy information to citizens across the country. From public communication and civic education to emergency messaging when it matters most, KBC continues to serve the nation with responsibility and integrity. We have expanded local content and indigenous language programming, promoting culture, unity, and national cohesion. We are also embracing the future through digital transformation with online TV, radio streaming, and active social media platforms, bringing KBC closer to you anytime, anywhere. To our loyal viewers and listeners, we say, KBC, informing the nation, connecting Kenya.
Banks in Kenya now have a new formula for calculating loan interest rates. It's called Kesonia, or the Kenya Shilling Overnight Interbank Average. What is Kesonia? Kesonia is the average interest rate banks charge each other when they borrow money from each other. Think of it like the wholesale price of a bar of soap. Before a shopkeeper sets the retail price, they look at a wholesale price, then add transport, rent, and other expenses to get the final customer price. In the same way, banks use Kesonia as the starting point. They then add their operating costs, staff systems, rent, etc., and a risk premium based on your repayment history to determine your final loan interest rate. Why it matters? Kesonia is fair and transparent because it's based on real market costs and monitored daily by the Central Bank of Kenya. What this means for you? Paying loans on time can get you lower interest and access more credit. Your interest rate will be unique to you based on your repayment history. Even if you've defaulted before, you can rebuild your record and qualify for a better loan interest rate over time. Pay your loans on time, build a strong repayment history, and unlock more opportunities. Contact your bank for more information.
Tonight on the Legends edition, tragedy in Ngara as a matatu loses control, leaving 1 dead and 14 injured, many of them teachers. And in Nyandarua, a young girl's shocking death sparks a police investigation into defilement and murder. All this coming up in the highlights before we give you the full bulletin. When will it stop? Grade 2 pupil allegedly defiled and murdered in Mbombo in Nyandarua County. Death on Kenyan roads. A pedestrian dies in Ngara after matatu veers off the road.
Wacha huyu mtu apply IBC apatiwe awe chairman. Sisi tumshinde tu hapo akiwa chairman. Yeye ndiye atatangaza William Ruto ndiye ameshinda uchaguzi.
And road to 2027, Kenya Kwanza allied leaders accuse opposition of interfering with IBC operations. Good evening and welcome. My name is Yambo. Helping me on the sign language is Carol Njoroge. We kick off this bulletin with the murder most full, where police in Nyandarua are investigating the death of a minor who was allegedly defiled and later murdered on Friday evening in Bombo village in Oljororo constituency. Reports indicate that the grade 2 pupil was walking home from school when she went missing. Her disappearance prompted her parents, together with neighbors, to launch a search. Now, the search team discovered her lifeless body under a eucalyptus tree not far from the diversion leading to her home. That story kicks off our bulletin tonight.
Shock and grief has engulfed Mbombo village in Oljororo constituency, Nyandarua County, following the alleged defilement and killing of a grade 2 pupil on Friday evening. The deceased was walking home from Oljororo Primary School when she mysteriously went missing.
Ninashindwa ni nani huyo amenifanyia huyo kitu ya unyama. Mimi nampea Mungu tu, na huyo mtoto wangu hata usiku halali bila kuniambia mama tuombe. Huyo Mungu anajua.
Tulitangulia kuona bag ya mtoto. Hapo mimi nikajijasia kuona bag na hii mtoto si mtoto ya kulalala barabara, lazima hapa iwe na kitu.
Her disappearance prompted a search that will lead to the discovery of her lifeless body under a eucalyptus tree not far from the diversion leading to her home.
Kama huyu mtoto hatapata haki, wenye amewacha kwa barabara wakienda shule, watakuwa wakipitia wapi? Sisi kama wazazi tuna huzuni kwa sababu watoto wetu wanaenda usiku, wanarudi usiku. Sasa sijui tuwachange makasi zetu tuende tukaangalia watoto.
Na mtoto tunajua ameuliwa, ameshikwa kwa nguvu, na tumesikia baya sana. Ushugu mwingi kwa msasi.
Lakini mwenye amemfanya hivyo, Mungu amuone tu, jua alitufanyia kitendo baya sana. Sitaogesha tu.
Nyandarua West Sub-County Police Commander Zainab Barasa, who confirmed the incident, said investigations have been launched to trace the perpetrators.
Wazazi wenzangu, tunawahimiza muwe waangalifu kwa watoto wadogo wanapoenda na kutoka shule.
A section of leaders led by Nyandarua woman representative Faith Gitau condemned the rising cases of child abuse in the region, calling for security apparatus to assure them of their security.
I call upon our society, parents, guardians, neighbors, teachers, religious leaders, and all community members to step up and protect our children, and especially safeguarding them.
Elsewhere, residents of Kawira village in Kuresoi North are yet to come to terms with an early morning incident where bodies of 2 people believed to be a husband and wife, now identified as James Jomo and his wife Margaret Wamuyo, were discovered in their bedroom.
Niliitwa na watoto, akaniambia niende nione, wenda akaniambia kwa saisi na wazazi. Nikamuuliza nini tunasema Sarume, akaniambia wewe kuja uone, twende ukaone. Nikaingia kwa nyumba, nikaona kijana, nikakuta vile nilikuta, sikuamini.
Their 8-year-old daughter was first to see her parents' bodies and alerted the neighbors. The neighbors who rushed to the scene found the bodies of the 2 with the woman in a pool of blood, with the man having hanged himself in the same bedroom, in what is suspected to be a case of domestic violence incidents.
Asubuhi kama saa 12:30 niliitwa na mtoto wa dada yangu. Akaniambia piga simu huku tunasikia ndulu na namba yenye tunapiga hakuna mtu anachukua. Kuingia kwa nyumba kupiga simu, mwenye nilipigia aliniambia usiniulize kuja. Nikamwambia ni nini? Akaniambia ni Jomo na bibi yake. Nikamwambia nini?
Mtu akiwa na shida, hata mimi niko na boma. Nikiwa na shida nisinyamaze. Ni heri nitoke niongee na mtu mmoja wawili anipatie maarifa, la sivyo niondoke tu, kwanza niondoke kama niko na pressure ikuwe chini na mambo itaendelea kuliko kuchukua hatua alafu mwishowe inakuwa ni mambo ambayo haifai.
Timothy Kipnosu for Legends Edition.
And one person has died and 14 others injured after a Runka shuttle matatu lost control, veered off the road and hit pedestrians on the roadside in Ngara area, that is in Nairobi. The majority of the pedestrians were teachers participating in Kuppet elections at City Primary School. Westland's Gigiri Deputy OCPD Daniel Burech says the injured were taken to various hospitals in the city for treatment. According to eyewitnesses, the driver was speeding before the crash occurred. The deceased's body has been taken to a city mortuary.
So hiyo gari kikam, dere alikuwa anasema ime lose brake. So alikuwa anatry kupiga horn but hakukuwa anapiga horn vile inafaa. Sawa. So kukam akakuja akipiga horn kiasi, watu wakadhani pia yeye anachangia part of hiyo campaign, unacheki. So all over hakuna mse alikuwa anajua ati ni break, cause angekam kama maybe ana shout wase wangejua ime lose break. So wase walikuwa bado wana celebrate wakidhani ako pato, anawapigia maoni wakishangilia manze. Imefanya watu mbaya. Mamode kwanza walikuwa walimu manze. Dere alitolewa, ni masanse walimuokoa koze pale mabare zilikuwa zimeanza kutebana na lakini pia ni wa Mungu kozi chuma ilikuwa hiyo chuma iko hapo ilikuwa imemhata. Ni huyo ni anaombanga manzi.
Why should the matatu decide just to roam on people who are very innocent, teachers who are very innocent, instead of roaming on people on other matatus or other vehicles which were on the road?
Ajali imetokea ambapo kuna gari registration number KCH 685 na make Isuzu minibus belongs to the Runga shuttle was being driven from Limuru Road going towards Muranga Road, reaching at Jamur Primary School gate, where Kuppet elections, Nairobi branch, was going on. The said motor vehicle lost control after the fail braked.
Family and residents of Gashie have finally found relief after the body of Maureen Wamboe Munga was released for burial following months of detention over unpaid hospital bills. Maureen Wambogo Munga, who died on the 27th September 2025 after prolonged hospitalization, had her body held at the Kenyatta Memorial Funeral Home due to an outstanding 5 million shillings bill at the Kenyatta University Teaching, Referral and Research Hospital. Despite raising 600,000 shillings through a community fundraiser and a further 700,000 shillings waiver by the Social Health Authority, a balance of 3.7 million shillings remained, delaying burial plans. The stalemate was resolved after Advocate Ivy Kinothia moved to court, where Lady Justice Stella Mutuku ordered the release of the body upon payment of mortuary charges.
Thursday, court iliamuru tupewe mwili, tulipe mortuary fee of 122k, which we have paid today. Tunagoja mwili. Tunashukuru Mungu, wale wamejitolea. Tuna Maridadi Motors Foundation imejitolea kulipa mortuary 130.
Familia ya Ivy Kenothia ndio Barea Mugasha wakaona na wakasikia wako na uchungu na wakasema kama mtoto wao huyo wakili Ivy amelelewa kwa hii community ya Gashie, surely kwa nini wasifanye wasaidie hii familia? kwa sababu ni one of the family. Ndio maana walituita pale kwao wa Mugasha, wakatuambia kama tunaweza jaribu. Tukachukua ushukani na tukapa IV all the document, ndio tumefika mpaka wa leo, ndio kotini Thursday ikatoa amri tunaweza lipa hiyo bill ya mochari.
Let's look at matters politics now. Public Service, Human Capital Development and Special Programs Cabinet Secretary Geoffrey Ruku and a section of Kenya Kwanza politicians have warned opposition leaders to cease what they term as interference with the operations of the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission (IEBC). Elsewhere, the United Opposition leaders Kalonzo Musyoka and Justin Muturi have termed as inconceivable President Ruto's promise to transform Kenya to match developed nations such as Singapore.
Speaking during a public forum in Ndia, Kirinyaga County, Public Service, Human Capital Development and Special Programs Cabinet Secretary Geoffrey Ruku faulted the opposition, dismissing its latest push to meet the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission (IEBC) and the Inspector General of Police.
Hata kama wewe Rigathi Gachagua kama ni nani utakuwa Inspector General of Police. Ama ukue chairman of IEBC.
Wapi?
Wa Mlanda. Rais William Ruto na serikali yake tuko ngangari.
Tuko imara.
Kwamba ikifika 2027 tutauza sera ili hawa watu hawa Mlima Kenya hawa watapiga kura mapema waachia kwamba William Ruto amerudi kama rais wa Jamhuri ya Kenya.
His sentiments were echoed by Kenya Kwanza politicians led by President Ruto's aide Farouk Kibet, who spoke in Kibwezi West constituency, Makueni County, during a Mama Mboga and Women Groups Empowerment Program.
Mimi nauliza Mtuse, wacha huyu mtu apply IPC, apatiwe awe chairman. Sisi tumshinde tu hapo akiwa chairman. Ende atatangaza William Ruto ndiye ameshinda uchaguzi.
But IBC is an independent institution that was created by our constitution. Waache ifanye kazi yake vile imepangwa kisheria.
And in what appears to be political divisions in Jaramogi Oginga Odinga's family, Jaoko Oburu, who is ODM leader's Oburu Oginga's son, has thrown his weight behind Okech Sala, a close associate to the late Raila Odinga. Speaking in Kericho during ODM South Rift Delegates Forum, Jaoko defended Sala, saying that they will support him as he is an important person to the party.
Wale watu wanasema nini mwe funga masikio. Kwa sababu sisi tunajua wewe ni mmoja wetu, tunakupenda na tunakuunga mkono, tuendelee mbele.
And finally, Nairobi-based lawyer Eric Nakorenya has declared interest in the Bungoma Senate seat in the 2027 general election, promising to strengthen oversight and push for increased funding to counties. Speaking after meeting with his supporters in Nairobi, Nakorenya says Bungoma needs a more assertive voice in the Senate to ensure proper accountability and service delivery.
Ile changamoto ambayo tuko nayo Bungoma ni kana kwamba hatuna seneta. Manake ndugu yangu amekuwa ni kama personal assistant, bado is operating in the shadow of the big man syndrome, na tunaomba ya kwamba mwaka ambao unakuja wa 2027 tupate watu wa Bungoma wapigie seneta wao ambayo atakuja kuwa seneta wa raia wa wote hapa Bungoma.
Iwapo tunapeleka viongozi seneti wale ambao hawawezi tetea kaunti zetu, wale ambao wanatanguliza tumbo zao mbele, hatutaweza. Hivyo basi siku ya leo mimi I'm fully convicted that Honorable Nakorenya will do a good job as a senator of Bungoma County.
Joseph Ohungu for Legends Edition.
Well, and that story by Joseph Okungu brings us to our first break of the bulletin. I'll be back with much more in just a moment.
My name is Rehab Wangoi Nganga.
This is the Nganga. Tulipatana kitambo. She was my classmate.
Oh!
Probably when I first saw her, she kind of stood out. He relocated back. And I didn't have any contact of Rehab. I got her number through my mom.
Alikuwa ananipea hints that ako interested, but hakuwa nisema. He was just a very good friend. This notion about dating your best friend.
I was always hesitant because ujui kaa utaambiwa ngoja, no. And that is when I was behind her with my proposal ring.
I felt so special.
The first tear I shed on that day.
In my future husband here, and he was emotional. He cried.
Umeona mrembo.
She was beautiful.
She was beautiful.
Yeah.
Kachuku. Nini bana wewe? Tulisikia pa! We kuja. Nimekasa hata uweze niingie.
Maintain.
Vanyaje buzwi mambo.
Tukufe ama tujinyonge.
Mimi nimekuwa nikizungulika.
Mfanyaje?
Kienda kwa munganga.
Rapodo baby. Nyapeni berna. Mimi niko mpaka na bank. Kama ni pesa unataka pesa.
Lakini wewe ndio unakwanga ni kama my best friend. Just imagine hapa saa 6 ukiwa yuko juu tunakuja tunaibiwa na waizi.
Sitaki mtu yote ajue hiyo maneno.
Tushaongea na nani Matope?
Mbona una behave kama mtoto?
Na walisema mapenzi ni kama upepo.
Zameni usi uchawi. Ino kazi ni amoni.
Ni kipi kikusikitishacho kipenzi changu kiki?
Akili mnemba ina mchango gani katika jamii?
Hoja yangu ya kwanza ni mabadiliko ya haraka katika teknolojia yanafanya watu kushindwa kuendeleza akili mnemba.
Akili mnemba inaunda fursa mpya za kazi.
Tutajie kisawe cha neno hili.
Gwena.
Uitwa Ngwena. Makofi mpigie. Mama amepona. Kinyume.
Mama ameugua.
Tamthilia ya Bembea ya Maisha ni tamthilia tatizo. Eleza.
Inaeleza jinsi Yona na Sara wanapitia tabu na mwisho akafanikiwa.
Thank you for staying with us. Let's go to Uasin Gishu now, where it has now emerged that the residents of Uasin Gishu County are losing over 1 million shillings a day, translating to about 373 million shillings a year over irregular water revenue. This was established during an audit query before the County Public Investment Committee of the Senate, where the Auditor General revealed that the Eldoret Water and Sanitation Company Limited made a loss of 5.9 million, or 38% of water produced for the period ended June 2025. As Abdiaziz Haship now reports, the Jonathan B-led county was at pains to explain a 60 million shillings debt which the executive attempted to write off. And now senators are, however, alluding to possible misappropriation of the funds, with the matter now forwarded to the EACC.
The Auditor General Nancy Gathungu-led office continues to unravel the rot within counties that continue to cost the Kenyans millions of their hard-earned monies.
And I want to be very clear, like I want to make sure that I understand this, because if you let this go, there is something fishy that's happening, Governor, that we must arrest in this city.
Surely, do you check the responses even before they appear here, because that is your work?
38% non-revenue water is so much that has been lost.
In a shocking revelation, the auditor established that Uasin Gishu County residents are losing a little over 1 million shillings a day, translating to 373 million shillings a year over irregular water revenue.
The company non-revenue water is mainly caused by aging infrastructure, water theft, meter inaccuracy of damaged network from ongoing constructions.
If you take the volume which is lost and you apply the rate which is charged, it means the company is losing 373 million shillings in a year, which translates to over 1 million shillings a day. Meaning, as the manager and his team were preparing from yesterday to come and attend this session and probably go back tomorrow, the company has lost 3 million shillings just within those 3 days.
If was reps requirement is 25, and then you say, oh, our revenue is 38, so therefore it's only 13%. It looks cool. But not until when you calculate the volume of water that you're losing against your 63 tariff.
Appearing before the Senate County Public Investment Committee, Uasin Gishu Governor Jonathan B. was hard-pressed to account for the loss by the Eldoret Water and Sanitation Company Limited.
We have a team that does surveillance on issues of the illegal connection. We are also implementing the new tariff, which has penalties, FT penalties for illegal connection.
So the response the management is giving is not adequate, and it is not showing that the company is serious in addressing this issue. And the governor, you need to explain more on this, because if it continues like this, next year you will come the same scenario. The people that are not getting value for money in whatever is being put in this company.
The company has laid the following strategies. 1, replacement of mechanical meters with smart and smart-enabled meters. 2, pressure monitoring and control is also being carried out. In the report of the auditor, I am not seeing every effort made to recover, and the definition is that they are irrecoverable.
Further, the company and the executive have been flagged by the auditor for breaching the law, leading to a commercial and physical loss of 38% of the water volume produced, representing 13% or 2 million cubic meters of water, over and above the allowable loss of 35% in accordance with the Water Service Regulation Guideline. Senators have further questioned an attempt by Governor B-led county to write off a 60 million shilling debt for the period under review, with senators now pointing to possible misappropriation of the said funds.
So, for you even to attempt to waive or rather to write off 60 million is burgeoning.
Although maybe we've not been able to attach here because it's individual efforts, including even taking people to the courts.
Was there an attempt for you to, was it the governor who convinced you or somebody else who was trying to convince you to do this? Because it is illegal. 60 million is such a sizable number for a 4 billion balance sheet. Either there is somebody here who is collecting this money, pocketing it, getting them out of the system, and want to write it off. This is the attempt that I have a problem with. And if he doesn't answer us correctly, then I will ask the chair to actually rein the EACC.
The committee has forwarded the matter to EACC for investigations. Abdiaziz Hashim for Legends Edition.
And learners at Moko Primary and Junior School in the arid lower parts of Chepararia, West Pokot County, have a reason to smile after Hazina Sacco, through its corporate social responsibility program, initiated a water project to boost learning and improve learner retention. The project seeks to address a long-standing challenge that has forced pupils to walk long distances in search of water. Here is Ian Zeve with the details.
The precious commodity, water. This school community in the arid lower part of Chepararia, West Pokot County, has every reason to celebrate. After decades of trekking long distance in search of water under the scorching sun. This has now become a distant memory after Hazina Sacco initiated a water project meant to enable the learners and the surrounding community access clean drinking water in an area usually ravaged by drought. Joy and celebrations met the unveiling of the project at Moko Primary and Junior School, locals here elated.
Sisi tulikuwa na changamoto ya maji, watoto wanachelewa. Maybe hata pengine usafi, hawana maji kule nyumbani. Hii maji sasa itasaidia, itakuwa ya shule, itakuwa ya community. Sasa kasi darasani sisi itakuwa sawa.
Ni Mungu ametutembelea na tunashukuru watu wa Hazina, Mungu kuwapitia kutuletea msaada kama hii.
According to Hazina Sacco CEO Dickson Okungu, the organization chose the school for the project as a sample of its corporate social responsibility program.
Our SACCO and its leadership found it fit to come and support the school, realizing that it is in a fairly dry zone. We have water in a nearby stream, and we decided to help push that water to the school.
Courtesy of the delegates that we have here in West Pokot, they were able to be number one in terms of recruitment of members. And so because of that, we were able to give them a chance to decide on the corporate social responsibility project that they want to do.
West Pokot County leadership uploaded the initiative as one of the first, adding they will continue to collaborate in uplifting the lives of the local community through such projects.
Nasema asante watu ya Sina Sako kwa sababu umeweza pia kutusaidia mahali labda hatungeweza kufika, kwa kuhakikisha kwamba watoto wetu ama shule yetu ya Kipyegon wameweza kupata maji ya kunywa katika hiyo shule.
Ian Zive for Legends Edition.
The affordable housing project is fast becoming a story of transformation where economic empowerment meets skills development. At the sites in Kikuyu, Limuru and Ngong, thousands of interns and recent graduates are working alongside seasoned craftsmen, turning theory into practice and earning a livelihood. Each site hosts at least 30 interns, all part of a national drive to build homes and futures, as Jacob Curia now reports.
A week ago, President William Ruto hosted 5,500 graduate interns working under the Affordable Housing Project.
Philippines created 6.5 million jobs using investment in public infrastructure. So what we are doing in Kenya is not an invention. It is what is tested, what is tried, and what works.
This lot has secured internship opportunities under the flagship program. So we visited several sites to put a face to the figures and to assess the uptake of the program, because as I say, seeing is believing. In Kikuyu, the construction yard hums like a living organism. Carpenters bend over woodwork, masons mix mortar with a steady rhythm, and interns shadow them closely, learning every detail of the craft.
So we'll have three categories of houses. We have the social houses. Social houses are for incomes of below 20,000. We have another category which are the affordable housing units, which are for the incomes of between 20 to 149,000. Then there are the market units.
We are getting to interact with other professionals, those who have already been in the field, and also us as interns, age mates.
In Limuru, cranes dominate the skyline, their engines groaning as they lift steel beams into place.
We have a total of 5 blocks in number, which add up to 7 or 5 units. We have different typologies with the social units, we have the affordable units, and the market units. The project has been of benefit to the community because mostly job creation. On a daily basis, we have around 100 skilled laborers, about 120 unskilled. Engineering,
architecture, quantity surveying, and even communication graduates find themselves immersed in the reality of site management. Their classroom lessons now tested against the demands of real construction.
Here, basically, it's just to bridge the gap between what we learned in school on paper and what's being practiced on ground. Yes, and with the help of experienced engineers like the resident engineer and also the assistant resident engineer, the clerk of works, everyone is of big help towards improving experience.
You'll have to communicate whatever is going on in the block that you've been assigned to. So as a team, you'll have to agree on which block you're going to. You'll go and record the activities that are taking place per floor. And when you're done, at the end of the day, you'll have to compile a report and send it to the clerk of works for verification. At least you're keeping them updated on whatever is going on in the site.
As a planner, transitioning from classroom experience to real world has been so smooth. During my classroom, what we learned more was on theory. Now I'm getting to practice it, and it's a very good experience.
From my fieldwork, I've been able to get to know different classes of concrete, which helps during the construction process.
The scenes are replicated in Ngong and Thika affordable housing sites as tools of work squeak across gravel and sparks fly from grinders as metal workers shape beams and roads. Interns in safety helmets and reflective jackets move between tasks, gaining skills that will anchor their careers.
I graduated last year and I was able to acquire this internship very soon. I believe it's very helpful. So since there's not much to do out there, especially for us graduates, we are trying so much.
We'll be now talking about joining like farms, working in farms, like an actual architectural farm for me. With experience inside, I'll be having like a better understanding of what happens inside, even when I'm in an office.
The sites are busy, purposeful and relentless. For the interns, this is more than work. It is empowerment.
Any income from this project has helped me at least from after graduating. I've been able to do one or two things with the income that I'm receiving from here.
We are being paid 25,000 per month as gross income. I don't know what the net will come to, but yeah, that's the stipend we expect.
You're really doing a great job, Mr. President. There's a great opportunity for students, and I'd really like to encourage many students to apply for this internship.
President William Ruto insists the affordable housing project is not just about walls and roofs, but about transforming lives, equipping youth with skills and driving Kenya's economic agenda forward. John Jacob Curia, Legends Edition.
Kachogo. Nini bana wewe? Tulisikia pa! We kuja hapa. Nimekasa hata uweze niingie. Maintain.
Banyaye buzwi mambo.
Tukuve ama tujinyonge.
Mimi nimekuwa nikishughulika.
Mfanyaje?
Kienda kwa munganga.
Rapodo baby. Nyapeni bena. Mimi niko mpaka na bank. Kama ni pesa unataka pesa.
Lakini wewe ndio unakwanga ni kama my best friend.
Just imagine hapa saa 6 ukiwa yuko juu tunakuja tunaibiwa na waizi.
Sitaki mtu yote ajue hiyo maneno.
Tushaongea na nani Matope?
Mbona una behave kama mtoto?
Na walisema mapenzi ni kama upepo.
Zameni usiuchawi. Ino kazi ni ya Mola.
Ni kipi kikusikitishacho kipenzi changu kiki?
Akili mnemba ina mchango gani katika jamii?
Hoja yangu ya kwanza ni mabadiliko ya haraka katika teknolojia yanafanya watu kushindwa kuendeleza akili mnemba.
Akili mnemba inaunda fursa mpya za kazi.
Tutajie kisawe cha neno hili.
Gwena.
Uitwa Ngwena. Makofi kupigie. Mama amepona. Kinyume.
Mama ameugua.
Tamthilia ya Bembea Maisha ni tamthilia tatizo. Eleza.
Inaeleza jinsi Yona na Sara wanapitia tabu na mwisho wakafanikiwa.
A very good evening to you. My name is Daniel Ohome and welcome to Legends Edition Sport. Let's start with the FKF Premier League where Gor Mahia beat Sofapaka by 3-0. In today's FKF Premier League match, to maintain their grip at the top of the standings, as Tusker FC were forced to share the spoils with Posta Rangers in a 1-1 draw. Elsewhere, Mara Sugar came from behind to hold Kakamega Homeboys to a 3-3 draw in a thriller at the Bukhungu Stadium. Homeboys started brightly and took an early lead in the 9th minute when Potiphar Yambo found the back of the net to give the hosts the advantage. However, Mara Sugar responded well and were rewarded in the 22nd minute as Alex Imbusia struck the equalizer to restore parity. The second half began with renewed intensity from Kakamega, and just minutes after the restart, Enoch Machaka put Kakamega Homeboys back in front with a well-taken goal. Mara Sugar refused to back down and continued to push forward, eventually drawing level in the 67th minute through Timothy Ndayala. A drama followed shortly after Kakamega Homeboys regained the lead 6 minutes later, and Mara Sugar defender Shkokoti unfortunately turned the ball into his own net. Just when it looked like Homeboys would claim all the 3 points, Mara Sugar struck back once more through Glenn Masava, who rose to the occasion in the 75th minute to score the equalizer and secure a valuable point for his side. In another league match, KCB edged Mathare United by 2-1 in a closely contested match.
Ligi iko na ushindani mkubwa, na ukifanya makosa ya kitoto then unaadhibiwa, na wale ambao walikuwa wana sita kwamba ligi ya mwaka huu ni shaenda, then inabidi wafikirie tena.
Yeah, it's so unfortunate kwa tumeconcede 3 goals na game ilikuwa nyepesi sana. Game ilikuwa katika mikononi mwetu. But I think we have to work so much on our mental toughness. Mental toughness yetu lazima tufanye kazi sana.
And Bunge Volleyball team continued with their flawless run on day 2 of the KVF Division 2 Men's League with a composed 3-set victory over Kenyatta University at the Nyayo National Stadium handball court. The lawmakers showed maturity and control throughout the contest, winning with set scores of 25-14, 25-20 and a hard-fought 26-24 third. The win kept Bunge unbeaten and firmly on course as one of the standout teams in the competition. Meanwhile, ASOB powered through to a dominant straight-set victory over Micro Spikers, claiming a 23-25, 23-25 and 22-25 set win. Kenya Air Force Volleyball men's team produced a gritty performance to secure a 3-2 win victory over Desert Warriors of Turkana in a tightly contested encounter. They lost the first set 25-27 before they recovered to win the next 25-23 and 25-23. However, lost the ammunition in the fourth set as Desert Warriors scorched the 25-22. This fueled them to fire back and win the fifth set 15-12. Meanwhile, Kenya Navy beat the Deaf team in straight sets in another match. And Kenya will be represented at the 2026 Winter Olympic Games by Sabrina Wanjiko's Timada and Issa Laborde, who have qualified for the Games according to the National Olympic Committee of Kenya, NOC. The Milano Cortina Winter Olympic Games are scheduled to run from the 6th to the 22nd of February next month.
Simada will compete in alpine skiing at her third Winter Olympic Games, having made history at the 2018 Winter Games as Kenya's first female Olympic alpine skier to be ranked 38th in the Women's Super G before qualifying for Beijing 2022. She will be joined by Issa Laborde, who previously represented the country at the Gangwon 2024 Winter Youth Olympic Games, where he competed across 4 alpine skiing events. Laborde is set to compete on the 14th of February, while Simada's final event is scheduled for the 18th of February. The National Olympic Committee, who confirmed the two, said that the focus remains on competitive performances while continuing to expand the nation's sporting infrastructure beyond its traditional disciplines. Sean Muya for Legends Edition.
And for the Winter Olympians, as you see them doing that, it's speed going downhill at about 100 kph. Scary? They love doing that. Let's move on to rugby, where the 2026 Kenya Rugby Union Women's Centre-Side Festival kicked off in a thrilling fashion at the RFEA ground, serving up exciting action and highlighting the growing strength of women's rugby in the country. Pioneer Gilgil were the standout performance of the opening day of the festival. They edged out NYS Spades 26-0 in a nail-biting round 1 encounter before maintaining their winning momentum with another convincing 26-0 victory over Moranga Ladies in round 2. In other matches played at the RFEA grounds, Kisii University endured a tough outing, going down 31-0 to Northern Suburb in a one-sided affair. The Kenya Rugby Union Women's Centre-Side Festival brings together emerging and well-established teams and is designed to nurture competition and drive growth in the women's game. And the world and Olympic champion Faith Kipyegon is giving back to society in a big way, with new mothers expected to benefit the most after the completion of our project, the construction of a maternity hospital in Keringet. The facility, Dare to Dream Maternity Ward, will be a reprieve to mothers in Kipyegon's hometown of Keringet who've been traveling long distances to seek prenatal care.
Leading from the front, leading by example. Take a moment to savor these images. We've never seen anybody win 3 in a row, and now we have.
After conquering the world and running her way to prosperity at the global and continental stage, winning 3 gold medals in the 1500 meters and a silver in the 5000 meters at the Olympic Games, and 5 gold medals and 3 silver medals at the World Championship in both races, Faith Kipyegon is now taking women with her to prosperity.
I'm so happy and grateful that this day has come to an end. This day has been successful. As you know, have been waiting for this day to just be, you know, to unveil this maternity wing. This is the happiest thing I've done to my community, which I feel so proud of because of something you have been dreaming of and thinking of, like, what can I give to my community? What can I give to my people? These people take care of me. These people stood by my side. And now today, I'm so happy that I've done something that, you know, this is a groundbreaking, but I can't wait to just come and open the real thing.
She has announced an elaborate plan to construct a maternity facility in her hometown, the Dare to Dream Maternity Ward, with the construction set to commence after the official groundbreaking ceremony, which the world record holder said was a very special moment for her, not just as an athlete, but as a woman, a mother, and a daughter of the Keringet community.
One death is too many. And for me, one death is like, you know, losing a champion or a president or, you know, a better person in the community. So that's why I came back here, back at home, to know that I need one day Faith, I need one day Eliud Kipchoge, I need one day president or governor or, you know. But if we don't do this as community, we will not get all those people. Because now our generation is growing, we need the next generation. And this is why we are coming back to the community as people who have gone out there and have ideas of what can we go back to the community and do to the community people.
The facility will be a reprieve for many women who are forced to travel long distances to get prenatal care, and will be funded by Kipyegon's shoe partner Nike as a legacy project following her breaking 4 attempt in June 2025, where she attempted to become the first woman to run the mile in under 4 minutes.
Faith, the world knows that you're a champion, a record breaker. You're a symbol of what's possible to everybody here and around the world. You show what happens when belief meets discipline, and you also show when discipline meets a challenge. But what inspires us at Nike so much is who you are beyond the track. You're a wife, you're a mother. You've determined to lift up this entire community here. You've shown us that greatness isn't only measured by medals or seconds. It's measured in the lives of the people that you impact, and today is just a small demonstration of that.
The groundbreaking day started with a kids' cross-country that attracted 1,000 kids drawn from different schools in Keringet.
Kipyegon is well clear though. Cheer, back in 5th place, is out of this now. In Kipyegon with 5 meters, 6 meters, goes clear. Hassan running for a minor medal here. Well, Teji producing a wonderful run. She's run 3:55. It's going to be not far outside that here, but it's Kipyegon's gold, as expected. Well, Teji the silver for Ethiopia, and Hassan the bronze, 3:54.87 after a very slow first 800 meters. I said before the race, how do you defeat Faith Kipyegon? Well, that question is still writ large up in the sky above this gorgeous stadium in Budapest, because she has retained her title, 3 times a world champion now.
Women have been losing their children. When we hear that women have been losing life, as a mother, I want to say this is a very good initiative. I want to say that to the women of this community, Let us stand and support Faith Project. And as a community, this is one area that we really want to say we appreciate. And Faith, for the initiative, we want to say thank you. To Nike, we want to say thank you. To Athletics Kenya, thank you for standing with Faith, and well done.
The community here doesn't have a hospital where mothers can go for treatment, they can go for antenatal clinics. Even for the time of delivery, they don't have a nearby facility where they can go. And even for the children when they are sick, they don't have where to go.
Women, we need to empower one another. You know, with the great achievement that we are here for today, you know, I feel honored to be here because Faith is such a hardworking woman. I thank Nike for recognizing the effort she puts in and fulfills her dream. Opening hospital here, it's such an incredible moment.
Kipyegon, who also started her career in the world of cross-country, had an outstanding 2025 season where she crowned it all with a gold medal at the World Athletics Championship in Tokyo, clocking 3 minutes 52.15 seconds ahead of teammate Dorcas Ewoi, who took the silver, as Team Kenya finished second on the medal table with 7 gold medals, 6 of which were won by women.
The real impact actually is creating an impact which is going direct to the community. That's by impacting the community. And actually, Faith, thinking of maternity as a mother, is a great and a critical, issue, because in this place actually no maternity. Women are keeping birth, and it's still deaths, of women and kids when they're undergoing the process.
Faith Kipyegon is chasing it down. If she breaks it, it won't be by much. Faith Kipyegon going for the world record. Has she got it? Yes, she has. I did it.
Buckle Feather, Legends Edition Sports.
Scored in the 1500 meters.
Nini bana wewe? Tulisikia pa! We kuja hapa. Nimekasa hata uweze niingie.
Maintain.
Wanyaye buzui mambo.
Tukufe ama tujinyonge.
Mimi nimekuwa nikishungulika.
Mfanyaje?
Kienda kwa munganga.
Rapodo baby. Nyapeni berna. Mimi niko mpaka na bank. Kama ni pesa unataka pesa.
Lakini wewe ndio unakwanga ni kama my best friend.
Jasa wajini hapa saa 6 ukiwa eko juu tunakuja tunaibiwa na waisi. Sitaki mtu yote ajue hiyo maneno.
Sasa ongea na nani matope?
Mbona una behave kama mtoto?
Na walisema mapenzi ni kama upepo.
Zameni usiuchawi. Ino kazi ni ya Mola.
Ni kipi kikusikitishacho kipenzi changu kiki?
Akili mnemba ina mchango gani katika jamii?
Hoja yangu ya kwanza ni mabadiliko ya haraka katika teknolojia yanafanya watu kushindwa kuendeleza akili mnemba.
Akili mnemba inaunda fursa mpya za kazi.
Tutajie kisawe cha neno hili.
Gwena.
Uitwa Ngwena. Makofi mpigie. Mama amepona. Kinyume.
Mama ameugua.
Tamthilia ya Bembea Maisha ni tamthilia tatizo. Eleza.
Inaeleza jinsi Yona na Sara wanapitia tabu na mwisho akafanikiwa.
And welcome back. Ability Sports Kenya Federation has unveiled the Japan International Cooperation Agency, that's JICA, and Disabled People's International DPI as new partners in a move aimed at strengthening the development of disability sports in the country. The partnership will see JICA and DPI provide technical support, modern training equipment, and capacity building programs to help raise the federation's operational and competitive standards. Frederick Moki has the details.
Ability sports, which are designed for persons with disabilities, focusing on what athletes can do rather than their limitations, is taking shape in Kenya. The recently formed Ability Sports Kenya is seeking to identify, nurture, and support athletes who are able differently to be able to better up their game. The Kenya Federation unveiled new partners, Japan International Cooperation Agency JICA and Disabled People's International DPI.
We've discussed about equipment and also having a recreation center where we'll have everything in every county. We'll have a recreation center.
Under the partnership, JICA will offer technical expertise including training of coaches and administrators while supporting the acquisition of specialized sports equipment tailored for athletes with disabilities. DPI, a global network advocating for the rights of persons with disabilities, will focus on institutional strengthening and inclusive sports development. Fresh from holding its national elections, Ability Sports Kenya Federation now shifts attention to preparing a national team that will feature in the 2028 Paralympic Games as it seeks to continue putting Kenya into glory. Reporting for Legends Edition from Nairobi, my name is Frederick Mwoki.
Moving on is that Dennis Kipyegon and Dennis Kipyegon will make their debut at the 2026 Dubai Marathon, which will be held tomorrow morning. Now, the two Kenyans will be among the 52 athletes who will start the marathon, alongside compatriot Eric Kiptanui, who will be the third Kenyan in the 42-kilometer men's race. Sophia Jebi-Wachesir will be the only Kenyan in the elite women's field, where she hopes to become the only second Kenyan to win the race since Delilah Asigo won back in 2006. Since 2004, Ethiopian athletes have won the women's race in all but two occasions, where Kenyan athletes won in 2006 and 2019. Ethiopian athletes have also dominated the men's category, winning the last 12 editions since Kenyan David Barmasai won in 2011.
Struggling as he tries to chase this man down and hang on to second place, but this is going to be a comfortable, dominant run effectively in the final stages from Adisu Gobena. Adisu Gobena.
And Kenyan tennis impression Zayan Virani, the only Kenyan who made it to the semi-finals of the ongoing ITF J32 in Nairobi, was eliminated from the tournament after losing to Pakistan's Hamza Roman by 2-1 or 4-6, 6-3, 6-4. The finals will be held tomorrow at the Nairobi club, with Hamza facing Guillaume Du of Korea, who beat Nico Sommer of Switzerland 6-2, 6-2.
The ITF J32, which had attracted participation of budding players from 10 nations, entered its second last day at the Nairobi Tennis Club. Kenya's Zayan Virani saw his impressive run at the tournament come to an end after bowing out in the semi-finals following a hard-fought 3-set defeat to Hamza Roman of Pakistan. Virani started brightly, showing composure and control to take the opening set 6-4, raising hopes of a place in the final. However, Roman responded strongly in the second set, increasing his aggression to level the match with a 6-3 win. The decisive third set proved to be a closely contested affair, but Roman eventually edged ahead at a crucial moment, sealing the set 6-4 to book his place in the final. In other results, Sabwe Kalulu of Cote d'Ivoire and Juan Wu of Korea claimed a 2 straight sets win of 6-2, 6-4 against France Theo Alexandra and Switzerland's Nico Sommer in the doubles. Frederick Mwoki for Legends Edition.
And Nairobi United will be chasing their first points in the CAF Confederation Cup group stages when they take on Tanzania's Azam FC tomorrow. The Kenyan side currently sit bottom of Group B with 0 points after losing their opening 3 matches in the competition. The Nai boys suffered a 2-1 defeat to Tanzanian side Azam last weekend at the Nyayo National Stadium, a match in which Azam came from behind to secure victory. Despite the poor start, Nairobi United remain optimistic that qualification to the knockout stages is still within reach. The boys began their campaign with a 3-0 loss away to Moroccan giants Wydad Casablanca before going down by a 0-0 to Congo's AS Maniema Union. Victory against Azam would not only revive their qualification hopes but also mark an historic first win for the club in continental football.
The team is well prepared. They are eager to play tomorrow's match in terms of want to perform
better to make it better than the one which you played in Nairobi. So I believe we are well prepared and well focused on tomorrow's match.
Grassroots football development continues to gain inroads across the country, with the Gold Star Football Tournament emerging as a key platform for nurturing young talent. Held twice every year, the tournament is fast becoming a breeding ground for future stars. Daniel Mwendwa reports.
The sound of cheering fans, the rhythm of the boost against the ball, and dream-taking shape of the pitch. This is the Gold Star Football Tournament, a fast-growing grassroots football competition bringing together over 50 soccer clubs from across the country.
It's a tournament that has grown from 50 now to 80. We are looking forward to having more venues so that we can give kids a sporting chance.
Since I was small, I started playing football. I had a really passion for it. I like Ronaldo.
Held twice annually, the tournament provides a competitive and well-structured environment for young players to showcase their skills while learning the values that shape professional football careers.
Coach Watoi, it's somehow so challenging, whereby unapata mtoi anafanya the wrong things that hauhitaji. So unapata lazima utampush, you keep on pushing the kid so that akumbuke ile kitu yenye umemkumbusha.
I feel like all tournaments help you as a person. You improve, you get better. It self-motivates you on everything you do.
Growing up, we did not have such opportunities to explore talent, but now we have so many opportunities. So many parents have come to support their children.
What sets the Gold Star Football Tournament apart is its emphasis on quality development. All coaches involved in the tournament are KBC licensed, ensuring that players receive proper technical guidance aligned with international football standards.
When you raise the complaint about the age cheating, you know normally for kids, some coaches are about to win, but it's only a different part that normally develop the kids' talent.
Talent and education have to go together because you never know where your child will excel in.
A lot more training, a lot more time gelling together. We also need to see our players, those who are abroad, having a lot of time here to be able to gel with the local teams. And that's what we look. The more players train together, the more they get better.
Beyond the game itself, young players are also educated on the integrity in sport. Organizers also take time to sensitize children on the dangers of age cheating and the importance of playing clean, lessons aimed at building disciplined and honest athletes for the future. The tournament has already begun yielding results. In the last edition alone, 7 outstanding players were scouted and selected for further training, a clear sign that the platform is opening real pathways for young talent.
Me on my side, because I feel poor, I feel appreciated, because I myself, ule mtu anaenda kuni-represent, unaona, yeye mwenyewe anaenda kuni-represent huko, and the moment ameenda huko, anaenda ku-apply whatever nimemtrain kwa ground, so I feel so appreciated.
I play left wing. I've been motivated to play football. I love football. It's just that my passion is in football. Everything is football for me.
Organizers are also calling on parents to play a more active role by investing in sports, emphasizing that football can offer both personal growth and career opportunities for children when proper supported.
Most of the kids in grassroots, they have talent. So they only need a professional coach and someone who knows where development starts from. That's all.
This is one of the major big platforms for you. Bring your teams, bring your kids to be able to participate. There are many now academies that are coming up. Those are areas that we can utilize so that we get better players this country so that we can be able to feed the national team.
Tournament imekuwa poa, vile tulikuwa tuna expect ikuwe. Yeah, so na encourage kama uko na mtoto anataka kucheza mpira, unaweza involve kwa Gold Star. Yeah.
For Legends Edition Sports, I'm Daniel Mwendwa.
And so that's the sport for tonight. Time for me to leave. We'll be giving you more tomorrow evening. Before I hand over to Marie, I want you to pick up SMS, the first letters of the characters who are coming in next. Salim 254, the DJ, Marie Jose, and Simeoni Mufumu wa Kimbangu, Bridge over Congo. Marie, over to you. My name is Daniel Wahome.
Thank you so much, Daniel Wahome. And the sports news brings us to the end of the Legends edition tonight. Let's do this again next week. My name is Marie Yambo. On the sign language was Caroline Njoroge. Good night.
Saa hii ukidial *419# option 4 ama uingie kwa tushinde.com, hakuna probox. Jaribu.
Ni ukweli. Yaani nimeshaingia na ndio tunafyeka.
Pia inaona iko ndani. Wanaongelea nini hao?
Ni shamba.